In the age of endless information, any and everything that you could ever want to know is a simple Google search away. I can inquire about the price of stamps in Bangladesh from 1992 to 2003 and have an answer in seconds. With all this data at our fingertips, it's not surprising then that some of it is, well, wrong. Misinformation, sensationalized reporting, and hoaxes are nothing new, but the internet and other relatively new technologies have made it concerningly easy to fool just about anyone into believing just about anything. But hey, I like you, and I don't want you to be fooled. So I thought I should put together a few tips on how to properly research a topic. So let's go do that. I'm not going anywhere. So first things first, you're gonna need a topic. It could literally be anything, a statistic, a fun fact, a conspiracy theory, it doesn't matter. Now, what I would argue is the most important step to doing any kind of research is to check your biases. Case in point is simple Google search. Eating pickles, bad for your health. And here's the first thing that pops up. So I'm thinking, yeah, I was right, Mom. Eating pickles is bad for your health, so maybe you should stop eating so many. But wait right there, young scholar. Let's try a slightly different search. Eating pickles, good for your health. I'm sure I don't have to explain the issue here. Bias skews research. So whenever you go looking for that article that proves birds poop gold in Germany, try looking for the opposite of what you think and see what pops up. All right, so the next one is probably the most obvious, so I'm not really gonna spend that much time on it. Please make sure your sources are reliable. This can also play in biases because, of course, some sources you come across are going to be biased one way or another, and that's just how it is. It's not a good thing, but that's just, Anyway, so that leaves it up to you to do a little digging on the source and make sure they're actually credible. And this could really be as simple as searching, is so-and-so credible? And you could always go to a different site if you don't feel like doing that. Subpoint, multiple sources is very important. Don't just use one source because they could be wrong. But as a general rule of thumb, most reliable sources usually have .org, .gov, or .edu at the end of their little domain name. Now, the last aspect I feel actually gets overlooked a lot is human interaction. It's always a good idea to ask people who have actual experience with what you're trying to learn about. Looking at data and figures about racial profiling among police officers is all well and good. It's easy to become detached from all the data and figures floating around on the internet, but hearing a concept explained to you by another human who knows what they're talking about can be extremely beneficial in giving you a broader and more accurate perspective on your topic. And boom, there it is. Maybe it's not that deep to you. Maybe you're perfectly content with looking at the first sentence that pops up in bold on Google. And you know what? In most cases, I think that's actually fine. So what was the point of any of this? Well, if you're planning on stating something as a fact, just make sure you have the right information. That's all.